Hello people of the internet, it is I, Soul Rock Dragon here, back with more Fate Grand Order, where we're going to be jumping into Section 2 of Ordeal Call 2. It's Tokyo, the Call of Duty case 2. I'm not playing Call of Duty, I don't think, but if you want to see if I do play Call of Duty or not, just give me a thumbs up with a like, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, catch me live through the Discord or Twitch below in the description. Yeah, I'm a little bit off kilter because Section 1 was surprisingly short, and hopefully Section 2 is not so. Only Call of Duty I've played was, like, more than a decade ago. The main mode I played was the Zombies mode, because I didn't like the multiplayer. This is written by Sakurai, notorious for long dialogues, which is concerning if things are going this fast. Interesting. The Count. Jolter! You mean the guy on that audio file they just played for us? You know... The guy who scattered all those questionable you-know-whats? Yep, that's the one. He created different versions of you, Olga Marie, each themed around a specific element, and declared war on us. It looks like he's the latest of the foreign disciples. Right, that guy. He kind of reminds me of Limbo. He did have that same kind of slimy, conspiratorial vibe. Still, that being said, we have no idea if he's focused entirely on the moment, like Caster of Limbo was, or if he's more like the sort of plan ahead kind. New Jolter expression if I pay attention. I will do my best. At present, we don't even know his true name, so ideally, I'd like to narrow down some possible identities. It'd be great if Trismegistus II could work it out, but any data we don't have. Which brings me to why we gathered here, having this old-fashioned in-person meeting. Jean. Oh boy, the Jean sisters. So this is where we come in. Exactly. Fine, whatever. At least there's tea and snacks. I guess this makes up for making me listen to that infuriating asshole. Also, shouldn't you be talking to the tacticians here? Why us of all people? Because today is the French group's turn. The French group's turn. That's why you, Jeanne d'Arc, and Marie Antoinette are all here. The French group. Gotta love it, you know. No stereotyping Chaldea, just the French group. With only 3 of the French servants. Where is Napoleon? Where is Mozart? Corday was French, I'm pretty sure. Well, I guess it'd be more accurate to call this the French girls group, or the First Singularity group. I'd say First Singularity group, personally. This is shifting. Anyway, this is our very first meeting of the Anti-Count Committee. Okay, so then, why am I the only one here in the same spirit origin I had in the Singularity? Because, honestly, Jolter has, like, the most continuous existence, thinking about it. Like, Jolter from the first Singularity followed us through a couple of events, I want to say. I want to say she was in the first Christmas event. Then she officially debuted in the Counterfeit Da Vinci event, after which point she was summonable by us. And then she sort of just became a mainstay. Not that it was actually me, I just know there's a record of me being there is all. Hey, wasn't I actually the bad guy there or something like that? Oh, Jolter, that was you. You going somewhere with this? Shut up. The Count. Something wrong? You don't look so good, Marie. Yes, I can see something's bothering you. Are you okay? I can take you to the infirmary if you need. No, I'm okay, but thank you, Jean. I don't have anything concrete I can point to. I don't even have a clear memory of it. But there was something about the voice he played for us that seemed familiar, somehow. It was very vague, almost like a dream, but yes, I think there was something nostalgic about it. A voice that inspires nostalgia in Queen Marie Antoinette, huh? Fascinating. Does this mean the Count is connected to the 18th century French royalty? I don't know if that's clear-cut, but it's definitely not impossible. He is a Count, after all. Sure, it could just be a nickname or an alias, but it could also mean he really did used to be a noble. I keep saying it's the Count from Sesame Street or Count Chocula. Yeah, sure, there's gotta be lots of counts out there. Right, for starters, there are the big 3 counts. I've not even heard that term before, Mash. Marie's Little Red Riding Hood outfit would be nice. Oh, I suppose it might just be me who refers to them that way. And how the hell are we supposed to know who they are? Oh, Shelter, don't get so angry. No, she didn't mean any harm. So, can you tell us about who these big 3 are? Yes, of course. First, there's Count Dracula, the famous fictional vampire based on Vlad. Uncle Vlad, huh? Second, there's Edmond Dantes, the Count of Monte Cristo. I haven't had the chance to speak with him yet, but I know that title is one of the many names he went by. How has she not spoken with Dantes yet? Dantes has been with us since way back in the Singularity days. I mean, does he essentially just hang out inside of our head most of the time? Is he the most antisocial of all the servants there is? Oh yeah, him. I kinda hate how fancy that name makes him sound. Oh, look at me, I'm the Count of Monte Cristo. Well, I think his title suits him very well. Alright, you guys are basically from the same time period. Yes, that's right. So who's the third Count then? That would be Count... Nope, lock. Count... Caligostro? Caligostro? No, Cagliostro? Cagliostro, maybe? Cagliostro. I'm probably butchering, so... J6, please do not please do not mark me for butchering this pronunciation. I've been advised not to Google this, so... He was most notably involved in a distressing incident pertaining to Queen Marie. Personally, I had a hard time choosing between him and Count Fersen for the third Count. Say, Mash. Oh, he was also made by Damas. I mean, it doesn't sound like he was if he had something to do with Marie. What is it, Marie? Why is your finger on your lips? Oh, right. I'm so sorry. Oh, the fictional and real. Sort of like, the most recent event. Nah, Count Fersen doesn't seem right to me. Count Cagliostro, on the other hand, I've had my eye on him as a possible foreign disciple, too. Do you remember anything about him, Master? Or was that Marie or Master? That was Marie. Bleh. So, what's this big distressing incident, huh? He tried to overthrow the royal family? I'm not sure. Maybe, possibly, that might have been a part of it, I think. Oh, great. That clears it right up, then. The incident was known as the Affair of the Diamond Necklace. It was a high-profile scandal involving the diamond necklace it's named for. The criminals responsible forged Queen Marie's signature, which led to a lot of public outrage aimed directly at her. Of course, the rumors turned out to be baseless, and her name was eventually cleared, but... Yes, that's right. I do love that necklace, I really do. It's absolutely beautiful, and it shines like the stars in the sky. But I can't deny there are some unpleasant memories associated with it. Just a few, mind you. So I vaguely recall something regarding the necklace incident as being one of the big contributors to what happened to Marie eventually. At the time, the people of France were already very unhappy with the political situation and their own livelihoods. So in a sense, the necklace incident may have given them a perfect target for their frustration. Yeah, it's not right to be blamed for something you didn't do. Of course not. Okay, Queenie, listen up. When that shit happens, you burn everything to the ground. Everything. I can relate just a tiny bit, but seriously, don't do that. Anyway, the one thought to be chiefly responsible for the whole affair was... Count Alessandro di Cagliostro. He was an aventurier, an adventurer who was immensely popular with the people in France at the time. The necklace incident was never proven to be real, historically speaking. So what kind of person was he? I'm afraid I don't know much. I only met him in person once. Let's see, I think he made a splash in high Parisian society by claiming to be an expert at evocation. The word on the street was that he was a summoner, an alchemist, a physician, and a philanthropist. I think there was even some rumors that said he was a prince of an eastern country that had fallen to ruin. I heard that he really did help the people of Paris by healing their illnesses and giving them money. So maybe he wasn't all that bad at heart. Are you frickin' shitting me? This is the same guy who tried to frame you for fraud, right? That's plenty evil in my book. Hey, Jolter and Marie are besties. Confirmed. They are friends. If Jolter is willing to get angry at Marie for being framed, that tells me they're friends. Especially since the necklace in question was valued at 1.6 million livres. I probably butchered that. The thing is, he was never tried for the crime he was in court, was he? No, he wasn't. Wait, really? In the end, we never knew for sure whether he was innocent or was just covered his tracks really well. Either way, he was still ultimately forced to leave Paris. True. That would be a good reason for Jolter to hate being framed. Suffice to say, he was a mysterious man indeed, and we have no idea what he really did or didn't do. Okay, the more that this guy is being spoken about, the more I'm getting Rasputin vibes here. So I feel like he might be the bad guy, much like Rasputin is the bad guy. Is he another, I feel like we do know who the other pseudo-servants in Kire are, but I haven't summoned him, so I don't know who they are. Is it possible that this Count is another one of the pseudo-servants inside of Kire? This is a legitimate question, I honestly don't know. And I know he's been out for a while, so... Some people believe that the distrust people felt for the royal family as a result of the next incident makes Count Cagliostro partially responsible for the French Revolution. Impressive. Okay. So, well, I'm still getting some Kire vibes from him. If that's true, that would make him an enemy of the royal family's authority. And an adventurer of the people. Excuse me. We know who the pseudo-servants are for Kire's profiles, and pretty much know. Got it. What was your impression of him, Marie? Well, I remember his mannerisms were impeccable. But at the same time, it also kind of felt like there was something empty behind his smile. Again, this is sounding a lot like Kire. Are we sure that this Cagliostro isn't like an ancestor of Kire Kotomine? Right, Senpai, I feel like Marie's impressions of Count Cagliostro align with our impressions of his voice from when we encountered him the other day. That was way more than the other day. That was a couple months ago, Mash. Yeah, and that's not all. The whole bit about his smile being empty sounds super limbo-ish to me. I get what she's saying. Indeed, that's entirely possible. Oh. Dantes! Hi, Dantes. Edmund Dantes. It's nice to meet you. I'm Mash Chirolite. Okay, so I know he mainly resides in our head, but he was out and about during that summer event. I honestly don't remember. Did Mash not encounter Dantes at all during that whole summer event that he was in? If so, man, Dantes, you need to get out more. I saw your name in the database. This is our first time actually meeting. Of course it is, Bright One. I'm sure it's difficult for you to find me since my spirit origin is made from the shadows of the starless night. Could you cut the whole popping up from the shadows routine out? You're gonna give me a heart attack. I'm not a fan of surprises, Alter. What are we going to do with you? That's almost... Is that a new expression? It kind of looks pouty. Stop acting like you're my damn big sister. Creeps me out. It's so nice to see two sisters getting along so well. I love you both. Count Monte Cristo, aka the #1 best French revenge story of its time. Born Rasputin, Baloo, the Aboriginal moon spirit, and Ozzy Daka from Zorti. Ah! Was this Ozzy Dahaka a contemporary of the Angry Mango, perhaps? Of course, I also love MASH, Da Vinci, and you too, Master. And I love you as well, Count. Oh, I'm sorry. I really should be more specific, shouldn't I? How do you do, Count Monte Cristo? Your Majesty. So, Dantes, you just said that's entirely possible. Can I ask what exactly it was you were talking about? Am I right in assuming you meant the possibility that this new foreign disciple is Count Cagliostro? You are. From everything I've heard, the Count, the new foreign disciple, seems to fit Cagliostro to a T. As I recall, you said he used a woman's dead body. That's certainly a phrasing that, was used. That is certainly one of the phrasings that could be interpreted from what was said there. Yes, he did. How very like him to dress up a base vulgarity as a satire. He makes me sick. Be warned, soul. Cagliostro will stop at nothing to corner his prey. Oh, so Zahak's already in the game. Got it. That's so. Interesting. What is? Oh, that he's apparently so confident about this. I take it there are some reasons you're sure it's him. Yes, he and I are bound together, no matter how much I wish it were otherwise. Bound together? Count Cagliostro may have been exonerated in regards to the necklace incident, but he went on to be imprisoned in Rome, where he died in 1795. So how could you and he be bound together? How old were you back then? You must have been pretty young, no? I fail to see how you could have had that much interaction with him. Your logic is sound. I first met him in 1838. But the man I saw was either blessed with eternal youth or an unnaturally extended lifespan. In spirit, being one of Kyrie's MPs. He would hardly be the first of his kind. Still, be careful around him. Oh! Was Cagliostro a dead apostle ancestor, maybe? He's as slippery and tenacious as a serpent. Bye, Dantes. Hey, he just disappeared back into your shadow. He must really like it in there. He's probably using his spirit form, because I doubt he's been in my shadow this whole time. That would make things pretty awkward at times. See, it's because you keep letting people get away with this kind of shit that... whatever. If you're fine, it's fine. So according to Dantes, Count Cagliostro didn't die in Forte di San Leo in 1795. Though was somehow able to extend his lifespan such that he was still active in 1838. Well, he was rumored to be a summoner and an alchemist. If he really was a part of the magecraft world, then it's definitely possible. Of course, ever since the AD era, most mages have tried to keep themselves out of the history books, but I guess there's always exceptions. That's rich coming from you. Oh, but I guess it's not really you, is it? Oh, Jalter! Jalter, chill. Jalter, chill. Ozzy Dahaka is another name for Zahak, but it's not actually Zahak. If anything, some source says Zahak became the incarnation when he became the demon king. Oh. Sort of a Pharaohs and Ra situation, then. Ooh. Come now, Alter. Mash was going to point that out before you stole her thunder. No, I wasn't. It was just, No, you have a point. My previous self was unusual in that regard. She was an unparalleled Renaissance genius, after all. Well, of course, everyone knows Leonardo da Vinci was a genius who made an indelible mark on history. It's amazing what you accomplished. Is being a genius really all that great? From what I understand, no. It's not great being a, genius. Interesting. Why is he practicing JoJo poses? It sure is. That's Da Vinci for you. I do not wish I was a genius. Of course, it's great if I happen to go to the same school as you, Soul. I get full marks on every test in every subject, no question. Oh, except for PE, of course. No fair, and excluding PE only makes it more unfair. But, like, even putting that aside, aren't you too young to go to the same school as him? Not necessarily. A genius like her could have skipped a few grades to get there. Huh, is that right? Then I guess it'd probably work out. You know, I certainly wouldn't mind having had Mash, Jalter, Haresh, Achan, Kama, Melt, Bakatoria, all back at school with me. Yes. Yes, there is. Then again, I'd probably make a better teacher than a student. Oh my, what an adorable teacher he'd make. I know I'd love attending a school where you were teaching. That sounds great. I wish we could all go to a school like that. I've never attended school before. Me neither. I'd like to go to a school you teach at too, Miss Da Vinci. School, huh? That does sound like fun, but opening a school in Chaldea would be one hell of a job. Say, Master, you used to go to school before you came to Chaldea, right? Any geniuses like her at your school? No. School was ordinary. Yeah, that's a true statement. Ordinary, huh? Oh, that's the new expression, isn't it? That's a very fond expression she's got on her face. I mean, more than that, Jean was kind of a country bumpkin, wasn't she? Who eventually started having visions, and then, you know, her whole journey began after that. What was that, Jalter's new expression, that fond expression? Uh-oh. Perhaps I said too much. Still, it was worth the trouble. Now I know where my spirit origin, my flames, must go. Oh no, Dante's! Is Dante's gonna be the sacrifice of this one? Is he gonna pull a Kama for us? I mean, they are both very heavily associated with flames, so... The call of duty, Very well. Then I will answer that call in my own way. He stops speaking, exhales a faint breath. Normally this would be where his distinctive laughter echoed through the hallway like a joyous applause. But today, there is no applause. There is no thunderous laughter. There is only the low, curt sound of measured breathing, tinged with a bloody cough. If you know what happened in JP, you know what I'm talking about. I do not know what you guys are talking about. And with that, he slowly sets off for parts unknown. Uh-oh. Dante is doing mysterious Dante stuff. What else is new? Still not into an actual map yet, but another non-story node for Section 2. Let's see what we got. The Count. Fair enough. I would like no spoilers. You mean the new foreign disciple? What about him? Exposition dump. Count Cagliostro. I see. True, he's arguably one of the greatest con artists of all time. You gotta say anything, Katak, or are you still gonna just be a useless waste of space, man? Alright, Soul, if you won't say it, I will. Around Chaldea, the first person the title of Count brings to mind can only be Edmond Dantes, the Count of Monte Cristo. And then there's what happened with Holmes. Technically, he may not have betrayed us, but... yeah, Dantes is not the Count. Katak, like, come on, man. You're useless, but this is the dumbest he's been. Dantes is not the Count we're looking for. I see. His not being an actual mythological figure wouldn't make it surprising that he believes in faith. True. Okay, I get that you trust Dantes, but from where I sit, it just looks like you're leaving yourself vulnerable. So listen to me and listen well. However much you trust him, don't let it blind you. I won't tell you to stay away from him, but make sure you at least keep an eye on him. It's fine. Jeez, that was maybe the most begrudging nod I've ever seen, but I guess it's fine. My job here is just to nitpick. You're the last master of Chaldea, and don't you forget it. Whatever you decide, it's your call to make. Yeah, you're not... You will never be a senpai, Katak. You, Senpai, Urame, David, and Pepe are the only ones I would consider senpais. Cut that out. If anything, I'm the one who should be thanking you. Damn right. Hey, there's the alarms. Huh? An emergency alert? What's going on? How do I know? My apologies, that was supposed to be code yellow, not a red alert. At any rate, Master, please come to the command room as soon as possible. Roger, roger. Let's go. Senpai. There you are, soul. Foe. Foe, I've gotcha. Foe. Exactly 1 minute after I contacted you. Excellent work as always, Master of Chaldea. Our condition is currently set to green. We're not expecting to engage in combat at this time. But the situation still remains dire. Right, Technical Advisor? Yep, first off, Soul, Katic, thanks for coming. In the event of an alert, it's standard operating procedure to stand by in the command room. Not really the kind of thing you need to thank us for. He's not Plan B. I am Plans A through Z. So what happened, Da Vinci? Just ignore Katic, he's just here to be here, I guess. It's another unexpected situation. Even I couldn't quite believe what was happening. The heroic spirit summoning system activated on its own. Yeah, people get summoned all the time without our involvement. Karen was summoned without our involvement initially, just for one example. Oh, I missed a line there. This isn't just a matter of someone being added to the spirit origin graph. They fully materialized right here on the border. Is that even possible? I mean, it takes a ton of magical energy to summon a heroic spirit. I've heard there are 4 magical reactors here on the storm border, but they've got to have their hands full just keeping all the existing heroic spirits around. I know there are exceptions like when Habitrot materialized, but even so, what the hell's going on with his activation controls? Don't tell me you forgot to lock them down properly. We didn't know. They're constantly protected by electronic, physical, and magical safeguards. Disabling them requires authorization from both the Director and Da Vinci. And Senpai, the master forming the contract with the summoned servant, needs to be present to activate it as well. At least that was my understanding. I don't understand. How could this be happening? Normally, it shouldn't be possible for the system to activate on its own, especially since it needs to connect to the magical reactors to power itself. So whatever happened, the Nemos in the engine room must have seen it. And on that note, go ahead, engine room. Hey, this is the engine room. It's like I told ya. Usually whenever you summon a servant, we get a request from an energy allotment and adjust the reactors accordingly. Oh, if there is a Katic-focused story, I'm not gonna be happy. But we did nothing of the sort this time. As far as I can tell, the damn levels adjusted themselves. What? Then you're saying the machinery activated on its own? It ain't like that. It's running all the time anyway. And the longer you run something like this without giving it a break, the better chances of weird stuff happening. There's no way for us to be completely certain that everything's working in perfect order. The Professor's been checking to see if anything's broken, like Captain Jackass is trying to figure out what went wrong. He's pretty worked up too. Says it's not right that he doesn't know what's going on in his own body. Not even Captain Nemo knows what's going on. Hard to believe he really has no idea what's happening with his own noble phantasm. Good point. I may need to take a little more time to really dig into the details. I'm going to plug the ship into the ship and run a scan on the whole border. Would you give me a hand, Sion? Certainly. This isn't turning out to be one of those horror movie movies, you know, where it's like the calls coming from inside the house. Most things we're afraid of are unknown, so in that sense, maybe. We've got a room full of inexperienced mages who know all about mystics, and most people have no clue exist. Yet we still have no idea what's giving us the runaround here. Yeah, sounds like a horror movie. It's not like a horror movie. Katic, you're scaring him. Oh, stop that. I don't need you headbutting my side. So, anyways... What's the new... Yeah, who is the new servant? Oh, right. I'm so sorry, Senpai. I completely forgot to tell you this crucial detail. heroic spirit who was summoned of their own accord is, well, someone we're already kind of familiar with, in a sense. Really? Yes, you see. Sorry, I tried to get him to stay put, but he wouldn't listen. He just kept heading this way no matter what I... Hey, stop. Stop, damn it. Yeah, I don't he's somebody we already know to some degree. Unless Hassan of the Shooting Star is somehow the younger form of King Hassan, I very much doubt that. There you are. I finally found you. Are you... I am Hassan. Hassan of the Shining Star. Assassin. We meet again, Master. I've never met you before, dude. Again? Did you just say again? I mean, if you know, you know, J6. That's not too surprising. That's unusual. Maybe he retains records of his past materializations. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've never met before, dude. Did you forget the time we fought together in Tokyo? Yeah, we've never fought in Tokyo. I know we didn't promise to meet again, but we must have formed a connection that brought us together. I see. If you're here, then this must be Chaldea. I've been to Shinjuku, but never saw you here. Ah, that's how they got past the stinking bot. Be gone! Tagging me directly to get past the bot. Wait. Is that what I think it is? Hang on. There are theories that say our understanding of passage of time doesn't apply to their own heroes. Oh, that's what this is about. Okay. Timey-wimey shenanigans. Gotta love it. Maybe that's what's going on here. It could be that Hassan of the Shining Star is... Yeah, I'm sorry, I really don't remember you, dude. You don't remember me. Is that what's going on? I see, I must have been summoned too early. Anyway, then you're saying you met Soul here in the future, in a future singularity? I mean, time travel is not really too big of a deal. We have BB and 3 of the Sakura 5 who are, technically speaking, from the future. And more technically speaking, from a future alternate timeline. So, summoning servants from the future really isn't that strange. Huh? Uh-oh. Dante's! Edmund. You and I have met before, isn't that right? Time travel is convoluted AF, which is why the whole concept is low-key horrid for you. Fair enough. I'm not sure. Hassan! He just took up his blade. Looks like Dante's has set him on edge. You. Hang on. Everybody cool off here. Senpai, are you insane? Don't step between 2 heroic spirits about to fight. It'll be fine. It will be fine. Push comes shove. The 2 clashing heroic spirits will turn us to stone, but the tears of all the gathered heroic spirits will bring us back to life. That's how it worked in the first Pokemon movie, so I'm sure it works here too. Sure, there's just been a misunderstanding. Soul, are you okay? I know that Loki's about to fall into another REM state. REM state. Please prepare to support his vital signs. Sorry, Mash. I sincerely hope we just collapsed straight onto her. She can handle this. She's strong. Well, to be fair, neither was 2 Psyshocks, so... There are 3 in total. No. You people need to either disable or filter all the remaining distortions. 3 in total. Hang on. I know I'm only repeating what you've heard before, but listen up. These distortions are like... Oh! He's talking about the Ordeal Calls. 3 in total, but then he changed his mind, so there's more than 3. We kind of already guessed that. But they aren't connected to human history. At the moment, their only singularities you need to be wary of are the elements. That means every one of these distortions is located somewhere far beyond what you're used to. Yes, it's... I don't go... Oh! That's not ominous at all. Alright, I've had this eye patch on for an hour, so I can take it off at this point. Essentially, I have to wear this eye patch for an hour at a time, and no more, no less. Gosh, things are brighter. A gray sky. A sky so low, it looks fit to come crashing down at any moment. Beneath the sky sprawls a cityscape. That's where I am right now. This thing looks good. I know these sights. I've seen them somewhere before. They exist somewhere in my memories. I even feel some vague nostalgia for them. Ordeal Call set in device now we're meeting someone in a future singularity. Truth. I have no idea why I ended on a Ferris wheel. Oh, I missed a line there. They exist somewhere in my memories. I even feel some vague nostalgia for them. A perfectly ordinary, quiet little summer. It looks just like the places I knew, like the town where I once lived, a regular life. Perhaps those are the kinds of thoughts going through your head right now. Yes, this looks just like the way to school. I say the words out loud. That's right. This is the way to school. And people were saying that the protagonist is a self-insert. I feel like this one might prove them wrong. Just based on the fact that this whole Ordeal Call is id. The road I take to walk there from home. The road I've seen before. This is one of the sights that's now buried somewhere in my memories. And now, I'm here. I have come here via a ray shift. Feels more like someone called me here. To Tokyo. Many dots. The narrator is being evasive. But that is section 2 of Ordeal Call 2. We get another St. Quartz. And we see the map. A sprawling cityscape. Good gracious. Holy cow, that is sprawling. OC1, you mean? Good lord, this is huge, as far as the map goes. I kind of wonder, is this like a stylized Google Maps sky view of an area? It wouldn't surprise me if that's what they did. Is that Tokyo Tower right there? Or is that Tokyo Tower? I don't know. I just see 2 towers, and I know that this is Tokyo, so I'm thinking Tokyo Tower. Stereotypical? Maybe, but that is it for section 2. For those watching on YouTube, get ready, because the video is going to be ending here. For those on Twitch, I apologize, but I gotta do the sign out. So, I've been Solar and I hope you've all enjoyed today's video. If you have, leave me some feedback in whichever way you so see fit. Like the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, catch me live by checking the description down below. But for now, I will see you tomorrow with section 3.